We're an ageing society. By 2024, more than 1 in 4 people will be aged 60 and over. What does that mean? For many, it means enjoying a good life for longer. But for others, it can be challenging because of risks around ill health, poverty and loneliness. But it doesn't have to be that way. And in Salford, we want to do better. That's what Age Friendly Salford is all about. Recognising these challenges and looking at ways we can work together to help older people remain active, healthy and engaged members of our community. In 2015, as part of the wider World Health Organisation initiative, Salford City Mayor committed to a plan for change. As a group, the older people of Salford decided they needed and created these 4 visions to focus on. Since then, we've been working with key partners to create a Salford that's age-friendly. This short film shows just what we've achieved so far. Vision 1 sets out to ensure that older people are able to feel safe and travel to places which help keep them healthy and engaged. Older people need to feel part of the community and valued. That's why, as part of Age Friendly, 7 new local green and growing groups were established, giving older people in Salford the ability to reconnect to their outdoor space. Through this network, older people have been able to discover parks, open spaces and create their own green and growing spaces. Not to mention make new friends by connecting with other green and growing activities across the city.
My name is Jennifer and I belong to the Green and Grow network, which I absolutely love. And since joining it, I've met Maureen.
Yeah.
So.
I joined after it was established here at the village.
We've learnt lots of things, all different plants and herbs as well.
When to plant them.
Oh, that's the thing. Look after them.
Wait for them to come up and separate them. Weeding.
Oh yes. Maureen, I was forgetting about the weeding then, but necessary, isn't it? A lot of the beds are age friendly because I can't bend or get down. And,
they built troughs which have seats attached to them. My favourite trough is the herb trough with the chives, and you could snip them off. And,
just as they grow in, and the lettuce. We did some lovely lettuce. And we just take them off, take them home, have them with the salad or whatever. And well, we actually had help from the children in the nursery. And they used to love coming down, especially the watering, or even the digging. And I think they thought they were on the beach, the digging.
Bucket and spade type.
Yeah. I think the biggest benefit in joining the Green and Grow network is meeting new friends, new people. We do go out to different venues, we're not just here.
And it's nice to hear people's comments about when the flowers bloom, etc. Oh, that's looking nice. Yeah. And perhaps, and before we came along, before Green and Grow came along, there was nothing to look at. And we're outside. You're not at home in those four walls. And there is a certain amount of exercise in gardening, isn't there? So
well, I think it exercises your mind, makes you feel good.
One of my favourite parts of it is because I wasn't familiar with sheltered housing, and I am now, in touch with 3 or 4 of these sheltered housing projects, and the people that live in them. And we all meet up at different venues, here and there. It's not just down here at the village. we are really, you know, out and about.
And we've just enjoyed meeting it. We always have a laugh.
Yes.
Don't we, when we meet up?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Vision 2 helps to make sure that older people are then able to find information and services to keep them healthy and engaged in activities. At any stage, staying healthy starts with knowledge, but it can make all the difference to our quality of life later in life. With our age-friendly lunch and learn sessions, more and more older people in Salford have learned all about nutrition and hydration. The group has even helped design postcards and booklets to raise awareness. So far, the initiative has reduced the number of people on dietary supplements and saved GPs more than £300,000.
My name is Elf. I come to the Salford Lunch Group, you know, I've been doing it for about 4 years now or more. And quite enjoyable. You get together, get to meet different people, and also learn about nutritional foods, you know, things that you wouldn't bother with normally, you know. I've learned how to fortify my milk and things like, you know, with dried milk and things like that, you know. All kinds of sort of tips we've had, you know. It's made a difference to my health, you know, because I seem to be eating better and drinking better, you know. And I know what additives to put to things to, you know, to make the food better. After each session, we have a sit down and something to eat. Makes it more enjoyable and just. Oh yes, we keep in touch with one another, you know. And if there's anything going on, you know, just let them know, you know, so you can come and meet together. We're quite a friendly lot, like, really, you know. We used to help to keep us together.
My name is Jean. I've been coming to the Lunch and Learn Centre now for quite a long time. I love it. I love the way it works out, and I've learned something. I like the people. I've made friendships, and we get along like family. Every time I come, it's something different, like health-wise, like nutrition-wise, keeping yourself active, trying to keep yourself, you know, mentally active as well. Joan, our Chinese lady, she decided to bring how they eat and teach us a little bit of Chinese. She's shown us about the type of food, as in the rice, and she told us where we can get it from. And when she brought it in and put it down, everybody commented on how beautiful the smell was. To me, she shared some of her life with us. And to me, I thought that was brilliant. One of the main things of coming together here is talking about things, talking about your health, talking about if you're doing well, if you're lonely, if you're feeling a bit mentally stressed, or just things in general, because they do get you down. And this weather's no good. I also try and get plenty of fresh air if I can, and be with people if I can be. There is people out there who are sat with nobody. If we can get to see or get to them people and put a message over that it's nothing to be frightened of. We're all in the same boat. We're all the same age, well, nearly the same age, and we all lead somebody. And these sessions teach and help. They also give you friendship.
Vision 3 helps older people to feel respected and included in neighbourhood activities. Feeling part of the community and connected to other people can help keep them healthy and engaged. Our Tech and Tea classes have helped do just that. So far, more than 2,000 older people have learned the skills they need to use home technology, keeping them connected with friends, family and their local community. Combined with access to low-cost equipment, it's helping to prevent isolation and loneliness, particularly for those that live alone.
Hi, I'm Colin. I started doing Tech and Tea about 4 years ago. On the Tech and Tea courses, we start by showing the people how to turn on and off a laptop or a computer, and then we show them how to Google, how to shop online, and if there's no email, we set them up with a Google email. The thing I like most about Tech and Tea is the tea and biscuits. A lot of the Tech and Tea is done in a sheltered accommodation, and for example, we're at Lombardy Court, Roman Court and Rialto Gardens. We've done all the three, and each of the residents now meet up and they have parties and stuff like St George's Day. Through doing Tech and Tea, I've met a lot of people and I really feel connected now, and really am feeling as though I'm part of the community.
Hello, my name's Janet. I retired last year and I was very keen to join Salford's Tech and Tea course because I'd heard so much about it, good things, from my neighbours. After I did the Tech and Tea course, I discovered that Salford would fund me to do a level 3 education and training course, which would enable me then to run my own courses, and I was inspired to do that, even though I'm retired. Following on from doing that course myself, I then was keen to help other people and I became a volunteer for Tech and Tea. What I hadn't realised and what I sort of took for granted was that there was a course running in Salford, but actually it's the only local authority that does this type of course with their Age Friendly Salford programme. Through doing the course, the Tech and Tea course, I've learnt better how to use a tablet and how to put apps onto a tablet, and one of the apps I've included is the Nextdoor app, which actually has connected me so much better with my neighbours than I was before, and I wasn't expecting that. One of the biggest benefits of Tech and Tea for me has been the boost in my confidence that I'm now able to help other people, and that's very satisfying.
Hello, my name's David and I've been volunteering for Tech and Tea for not quite a year. The Tech and Tea courses are really important because they help people communicate and be part of a bigger community. It's great to see people being able to share photographs between each other. Just writing emails for some people is an amazing thing. And accessing online services, being able to book a doctor's appointment, get your repeat prescription, access Salford library services. There was one lady who now can use audiobooks from Salford libraries that she didn't even know existed, and it's just a great thing to be able to get online, feel connected to your community and feel less lonely. It's just a very positive thing. One of the great things that the Tech and Tea courses allow people to do is stay connected to their families. Video chatting is really popular. To be able to stay connected with your friends and family who don't live locally and to be able to see their faces and watch what they're doing is just great.
Vision 4 helps older people find opportunities for paid and unpaid work, ensuring their voices are heard. If given the chance, the wealth of experience they can bring to their community is incredible. That's why, as part of Age Friendly, older people of Salford have regularly joined with the Older People's Neighbourhood Network. Together the group has successfully lobbied for transport, housing and environmental improvements, leading to safer pavements, accessible crossings and sheltered bus stops in their neighbourhood. They've not only shared their experience, learnings and stories with academic, clinical and project researchers, but driven priorities for 115 projects to reduce isolation and loneliness.
My name is Beverly Davis. I live on Longbardy Court. Through the network, I think I've got gained the confidence to know that I can chair a group now. When I first started, I thought I could never do it because I'm just an ordinary housewife. And I found out I've got the confidence and I can talk to people now that I never knew I could. And I can run this group. I feel very much more connected by the network because I know there's always somebody at the end of the phone if I don't know which way I'm going or if I need any help. There's always somebody there to help. By going along to the network, we've found out that there's funding available that we knew nothing about. So through that, we've been able to organise trips out. We've managed to do a memory table where we've bought lots of photographs through the funding. I feel because I'm part of the network that I've got a voice, and people where we live have got a voice. We don't feel that we can't say anything, so we can make differences in areas as older people and say, this doesn't suit us, and we have made a difference, putting crossings on the road and things that we never thought we'd have that voice to do before. We thought, this is what we've got to live with. We attend network meetings every 3 months, but obviously in between that, there are other things going on. We've been on healthy eating, different things, and we've met many other different people, and we've also told people on other high-rise blocks about things going on because a lot of them people never go out, and they've joined in with us to come to the meetings. Over the last few years, Salford people really feel we're getting our community back.
My name's Jean Elliott and I'm the secretary for a support group called Time Out for Carers in Salford. As part of a network, I think most of our group, their life has been improved because they're getting out and about, meeting other people, and there's a purpose to learning things from other people. It's definitely been giving them a sense of well-being, I think, and giving them more confidence. So yeah, that's what the groups are doing. It's sort of dispelling information so everybody gets to know everything. And then they go home from your group and they'll tell the neighbour, and they'll tell their neighbour. And before you know it, there's a lot of people in Salford know what's going on in Salford.
Since becoming part of the friendly community, and that, from my personal point of view, where I live, it has changed our lives tremendously. We didn't have anything really, and we didn't have the know-how how to approach our landlords or anything like that. So becoming involved with everybody, we know how to approach our landlord now. We do community, we do parties, we do trips out, we have a residence committee. We've got all the help from the community with that, how to set that up. We've received funding. It has changed the residents' lives tremendously.
It's not hard to see how far we've come in just 4 years. We're incredibly proud to have maintained our status as an age-friendly community, recognised by the World Health Organisation. But none of this would be possible without the older people of Salford. While gaining new knowledge and tools to look after their own health and well-being, they've recognised their own value and skills. This has enabled older people to help co-design materials and projects which have reduced falls, prevented malnutrition, improved well-being and increased the use of technology. The impact of this across the communities of Salford is huge, and in return the support of these neighbourhoods is vital to our quality of life as we age. They provide social connections, promote healthy activity and make us feel valued. Neighbourhoods are the social fabric and the physical infrastructure that hold our communities together. Our partnerships and connections within neighbourhoods in Salford has shown us the importance of creating places that support people to age well. These places offer older people opportunities to get involved in community activities and do the things they enjoy and that matter to them. By working together, we can continue to make a positive difference to the lives of older people in Salford. Age Friendly Salford has also been made possible by the hard work of the older people and everyone else involved. Thanks to this variety of funding streams, we've been able to deliver age-friendly activities. And thanks to the support of these key partners, our programme of work has been an amazing success. Together we'll keep creating opportunities for people to live well and longer as part of an age-friendly Salford.